as we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Rams will kick this deep to begin the game. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. He'll start at the 25. Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This could create some problems for a defense. They're going to the air on the first play. Delivers quickly to the left side. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway. Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup. This is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football, an early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Muscles past the defender. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's bringing it back. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Colorado State. A big defensive score.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. So the Duke offense heads back out of the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And the Blue Devils come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Pretty good game here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
On the run, it's Claiborne. It tests the middle, but gets stuck. That one goes nowhere.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fist. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the grab. The Blue Devils pick up enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks left and finds his target there. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. The offense now looking at a third and short on their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Moves out of the pocket. They'll try a pass here. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for the wideout. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Gives it to the back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking downfield. It's Harris. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Quarterback's got it on the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. The offense recovers, but doesn't make any difference. They're short on the 4th down play.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Slides down will avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, he's already thrown an interception here in this first half. He doesn't want to make a habit of this going forward. Almost threw another one.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course thinking touchdown. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grabbed by the receiver. Now play more than enough for a first down. Sets him up at the 24.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your offensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And the Blue Devils begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Punga. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He escapes the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. On the move now. Caught over the middle. It's Punga. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And now the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one. Now it's second down here.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To throw, it's Harris. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, and the big fella couldn't quite hold on to that one. Going to set up a third down play.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. The tight end has got it. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looks right and lets it fly. Deflected, and the defense forcing the incompletion, brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll spot it near the 40. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. The shotgun handoff here. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And we are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, you hope these teams will build on a promising start. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense with 3 tight ends now in first down, trying to create a mismatch. And in first down, right back to the running game. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
offense getting set. It's second down. Heavy blitz look here pre-snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Crucial third down play right here. QB bootlegs here. Looking to scramble. Inside the 25. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22.
How about the quarterback scrambling here off of that bootleg? The defense, to their credit, took everything away downfield, thinking that they had a positive play, but instead, the quarterback shows how he can make them pay for it by using his legs.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. So second and 10 after the previous play. And here's the handoff. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Blue Devils will line up on first and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Punga. Tackled after the completion, down at the 1-yard line. And the Blue Devils hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On third and short, they hand the ball off. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up fourth down now.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back. Moves out of the pocket. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Touchdown, Duke. They cap the drive with 6 points.
You know, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. A nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. He'll hand it off. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. Scanning the field. It's Harris. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. He escapes the pocket. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The Blue Devils trying to cash in here in the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. On the move now. He'll throw it now. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's 1st and goal.
And the Blue Devils line it up with 1st and goal. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Down inside the red zone, they reach in their bag of tricks here, but the defense does a really good job of being aware and bringing the ball carrier down.
Second and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and it has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. Grab down the middle. It's Terrell. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Bringing pressure. Punt over the middle. It's Punga. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, in third down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection. Because you know that you're going to throw, and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of, can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Blue Devils with 1st and 10 here. Defense showing blitz here. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route, and I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pressure is coming. but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Following the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 30. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. But let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. After the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Play action fake, looking to throw. He's looking deep here. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Big shot here early in the game by the offense, but, man, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. Not surprised at all or caught off guard by this aggressive chance by this offense and good position to take that throw away.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Dropping back. It's Harris. Grab down the middle. It's Humphreys. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Picks up the force and is still going. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's complete on the crossing route. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. This will be a 45-yard attempt. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 45-yard attempt. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Blue Devils will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down just across the 25-yard line. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're going to run it here.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? Running out of time in the pocket. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better than that.
He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
A play action, looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Can he get there on the ground? That's enough for a first down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, Rams. They battled all the way back to take the lead.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Looking to throw it on first down. Trying to create here on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, it's a good ball here by the quarterback, but I have to back up and look at the route by this tight end. He puts such pressure on this defense and makes it very easy for the quarterback to be able to make an accurate throw because he
breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. The 10. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Duke.
It was just a matter of time till this guy found a seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Fires it to the wideout. That is broken up and incomplete.
Quarterback tried to connect here on the in route, but I'll tell you, the defender does a great job of reading the route and knocking the ball away.
Here's the second down play. Play fake, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. To the air, it's Harris. Here's a throw underneath on the back. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, sometimes the quarterback's just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. It's exactly what he's able to do here. Found a way to pick up the first down.
The Rams starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw yet again. Lets it go quickly. He's got it with room to run. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Colorado State. And that will give them the lead now.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Blue Devils offense heads back out of the field now. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Throwing off play action. Looks to the left for a quick throw. 20 catch. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. First down, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. He gets the first and still going. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kurt.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield. but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Wants to throw it. The pass rush closing in. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. At the 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Rams. A long-distance defensive touchdown. Wow.
Man, what a play by this linebacker. Just sitting back in zone coverage, does a really good job of reading the eyes of his quarterback, anticipates that throw, steps in front, and walks to the end zone for a touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. And they recover from that right now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. Breaks loose at the 45. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught by the receiver. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. The Blue Devils looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
But there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Well, this is what we hoped for. This is what we expected, Kurt. A tight, tough battle between two really good teams. Now who can step up and make that winning play down the stretch?
Well, early in the year, these two teams have actually lived up to the billing of two top-5 teams, showing a lot on offense and defense. Now with so much on the line early in the year, tight game, who's going to make the plays to walk out of here the victor? Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, what can they do here to make it 3rd and manageable? Off the play fake, looking to pass it. This time, a completion. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run it. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Past the 20. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Colorado State.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. And there's the handoff. Breaks into open space. Tackle made after a big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
And the defense catches a break here, Chris. That in-breaking route is wide open. Quarterback makes a really nice throw. The receiver just dropped the football and misses out on a big gain.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Play action fake, looking to throw. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15. And so far, we have been treated to a serious quarterback duel. Both these guys putting on a show so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Duke.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Keeping it on the ground here. Breaks free. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. They'll run it here. Running through the tackle. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
And the Rams getting set on 1st and 10. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. It's a run to the left. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
3rd down play for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? Breaks free. You make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a first down at the 21.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
The offense really clicking here. And at first down, they go right back to him. This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as we come up on 2nd down. He's going to hand this off. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Hands off to the left.
Great stop here by this defense on 3rd down, and it brings up 4th down. And because the runner went out of bounds, remember the new college rule, the clock will stop momentarily, but it will begin again when the referee gets the play clock ready for that next play.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Yeah, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46. And the Blue Devils looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Claiborne. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
It's a heavy formation. Extra blockers on the field. And on the carry, he's heading left. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Here we go now, a crucial play for both sides. They'll set up at 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Gets rid of it on the move. The pass is intercepted. Could take it all the way. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Rams. And the defense joins the scoring party now. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Terrell. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35. The Blue Devils come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Back to throw again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a 1st down. And the Blue Devils line up on 1st and 10 now. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. 2nd down.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 24. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. He cannot escape. It's a sack. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Well, Chris, they just had to go for us here. With the time that they have left, down by a couple possessions, really didn't have much of a choice. A really good effort to go for it, to try to keep this game alive, just not enough.
The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Leaning on the run game here. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks into the clear at the 20. Touchdown, Colorado State. There was no catching him that time.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters, and that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. Right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On first down, it's play action. He bought some time, now lets it go. The sure hands. It's Terrell. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking for the wideout. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Defense is coming after him. Oh, the pass rush gets home. And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Second down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And that catch is hauled in. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Hey, there's the execution. It's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. And he goes out of bounds after a big gain. Could have used more of that earlier in this football game. Press coverage now from the secondary. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
How about about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking for 6. Oh, and he cannot hold on to the end zone. Missed opportunity there in the red zone. Sets up a third down.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
And he'll drop back here on third down, bringing pressure. Oh, and the pass rush gets home. A sack to end it as the defense punctuates this victory.